What's up guys, it's Toby here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and I'm so excited because Karim Adeyemi, the latest bright young star, one of the future superstars in world football, is heavily linked with Liverpool, and we will talk about him in detail in this video. But what is very interesting is that Andrew Beardsley, a journalist, wrote a detailed article about him on the Liverpool Echo website, and Karim Adeyemi himself liked the article on Twitter. At least the journalist published the article, his link on Twitter, and he liked it, so he would love to play for Liverpool, and he could follow in line with 3 players already who came from the Red Bull family, the Red Bull Salzburg or RB Leipzig. We signed Sadio Mane in 2016, we signed Naby Keitas in 2018, and we signed Takumi Minamino in 2020 from Salzburg or Leipzig, or in the case of Sadio Mane, he started off at Salzburg and we signed him from Southampton. And I want to say a huge thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring my channel for this month. OneFootball is the home of football, my favorite app. I've been using it for years. You can find all kinds of football news on there, and also you can find the stats, the latest transfer news. I've been going there almost every day checking the Liverpool transfer news because they combine the best and most interesting transfer news and football news. And you can find also interesting videos, stats, analysis, fantasy football tips, and all kinds of interesting football related content on the OneFootball apps, and it's completely free. So what are you waiting for? Make sure to download OneFootball using the link in the video's description, and you support the channel as well that way. And Adeyemi could be the next in line in 2022, and Liverpool could sign him in January, in the January transfer window. Jurgen Klopp himself confirmed that if there is a need, Liverpool will go out and spend on an attacker in the January transfer market. And this guy, Adeyemi, if you watch the Champions League, he was fouled 3 times in one half in the Sevilla-Salzburg game, and actually Salzburg missed 2 of those 3 penalties. But Adeyemi started the season on fire. He scored 7 goals in just 11 games in total, which is absolutely crazy. And also he scored on his debut for the Germany national team, so he is already a German international footballer. He was born in Munich, and his father is from Nigeria and his mother is from Romania. So what an interesting combination that is. I was very surprised when I learned about that. So guys, if you enjoy these transfer news updates, leave a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you never miss the late Liverpool transfer news updates. And the brand new Liverpool Career Mode episode is dropping tomorrow, and I will try to upload more regularly as FIFA 22 is getting closer and closer. And Liverpool always seem to be linked with Salzburg players, and Karim Adeyemi looks to be well worth a closer look. And Adeyemi is a left-footed forward with pace to burn, and he's very capable of laying on high quality scoring opportunities for his teammates. It's a lazy comparison to make, but he is a little bit similar to Mo Salah. He has blistering pace and an eye for goal, and he's a goal scoring winger basically. And last season he was one of the most creative players in the Austrian Bundesliga. He created 11 clear-cut chances, the 7th most in the Bundesliga, despite only getting roughly 12 matches worth of time on the pitch. Every player above him in the creativity standings played at least 800 more minutes than he did. And of course we must acknowledge that the standard of football in the Austrian Bundesliga is not as high as previously, but the 11 big chances was the total recorded by Firmino, Mane, Robertson in the whole Premier League season last season. And Salah had 12, Trent Alexander-Arnold had 14. So Adeyemi might not be too far short of keeping pace with these world-class Liverpool players. And Adeyemi likes to work the channels, and he covers plenty of ground for his team. And the Salzburg coach deploys Adeyemi on the right wing of a front 2 in a 4-3-1-2 formation. But Adeyemi can play as a winger, he can play as an out-and-out forward. And I think his Champions League debut, where he was fouled 3 times for 3 penalties, is very exciting and encouraging. And I immediately took notice when I when I saw the Sevilla Salzburg highlights, that Adeyemi was always in the thorn in the Sevilla defense, and Sevilla have a very solid defense. So for Adeyemi to force 3 penalties out of the Sevilla defense is very, very promising and very encouraging. And this will be surely his breakthrough season. Last season he scored 9 goals in 38 games. This season he already has 7 goals in 11 games. So that shows that this season he could well hit the 20-25 goal mark. And with so many Salzburg players in the past, it's pretty obvious that Adeyemi has the skills and the work rate required to play for Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, because we play with very high intensity, high pressure, and also Adeyemi would be very, very well suited to Liverpool's playing style, because he's such a hard-working player, but he also has incredible pace, incredible skill and trickery. And yes, he's only 19 years old, so maybe right now it's a little bit too premature to talk about Liverpool signing him, but he's definitely on the Liverpool transfer list, and I think we will scout him. And if the time is right, and if Liverpool need an attacker, then in January we could make a move for Adeyemi. Right now he would cost a fraction of what he would cost in 2 or 3 years time. So even just signing him and then loaning him out back to Salzburg would be a sensible move, because Adeyemi would definitely cost 40, 50, 60 million in 2 or 3 years time. So right now it would cost about 15, 20 million maybe for a player of his caliber, and I think Liverpool would do much worse than sign a very, very talented player like him. And a very reputable, well-trusted German news outlet, The Bild, are reporting that Liverpool are heavily interested in Adeyemi, and he also caught the eyes of Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Adeyemi already has 7 goals and 1 assist in his first 10 games for Salzburg, and also he scoring on your international debut for Germany is also an absolutely brilliant thing, and Adeyemi's confidence will be through the roof. He must be absolutely buzzing and loving life at the moment. And Divock Origi's performance was very encouraging against AC Milan, but can we rely on just him and Minamino to fill the gaps when they appear? And ultimately they will, because Firmino is already picking up injuries. Mane and Salah will be off to the Africa Cup of Nations in January, and also you have to rotate sometimes. And I think bringing off Adeyemi off the bench for the last 20-30 minutes would be perfect, because he has the pace and trickery, and what I like about this kid is he's very direct, he's running at people, he's fearless like a young 19-year-old should be, and I think it's very, very encouraging how he plays so far. And he would be ideal for Liverpool, as I said, because of his playing style, matches Liverpool's playing style, and also because Adeyemi, as a 19-year-old kid, wouldn't necessarily expect to start every week, but he could learn his trade under the wings of Jurgen Klopp, under the wings of Mane and Salah, and learn from them and develop even more. And of course play still 20-30 games for Liverpool. And Jurgen Klopp recently gave a press conference before the Crystal Palace game, and he said on Mo Salah's contract situation, there is really nothing to say at the moment, especially from me. I'm not directly involved with the contract talks. Obviously I'm interested in how sharp Mo Salah look, and he's spot on, really good, so nothing else to say. And I think sooner or later it will get done. The contract should be done this season. And what do you think about Pascal Struijk's red card not being upheld, and it wasn't rescinded, it wasn't cancelled? Leeds United appealed the red card, and I guess they had nothing to lose really with that, but the Premier League or the English FA denied that appeal, so this red card stands. Struijk will serve a 3-game ban, but Harvey Elliot commented on that he doesn't think it's a red card, which is very gracious of the young man. It's very, very humble and gracious and good for him, but I still think it was a red card. But of course you are entitled to your opinion. If you don't think it's a red card, let me know why in the comments below. And Marcelo Bielsa also praised Harvey Elliot for his comments. He said the generosity of Elliot had to describe things as they were, it helps to ease the effect on Struijk. The footballers always end up being the most pure thing in football. The players say what they think without speculating. When the injury to Elliot happened, the demands of it was explicit. The convenience of playing half an hour with one player less behind evidently a bad injury to a player. The pressure of the referee had that intention, but the players are a lot less speculative than us. I value a lot what Elliot said that made Pascal exempt. And Elliot basically described it as a freak accident that happens on the football pitch sometimes. I still don't think that Struijk should have made that challenge, but that's my opinion. Let me know what is yours. And also, what do you think about Paris Saint-Germain for the first time fielding that incredible attack of Messi, Mbappe and Neymar? And they were dominated by Club Brugge. Club Brugge were closer to victory, and Mignolet had a pretty comfortable evening. Ander Herrera scored the opener, but after that he had to only make 2 or 3 saves, which weren't that difficult. He even said that he didn't really have a lot of work to do because Bruges played very well collectively. We didn't concede chances against a team with an incredible attack, Mignolet said. You can't mark those players one-on-one. They have so much quality to get past you. We have to defend collectively to not leave them with spaces. And I think this shows that that's why football is one of the most popular sport in the world, if not the most popular, because the games are not played on paper, and even the big underdogs always have a chance against the best teams. And I felt Naby Keitas had a pretty good game against AC Milan. Nothing spectacular, but nothing particularly bad. But it shows what an agenda people have, that even some people blamed Naby Keitas for AC Milan scoring 2 quick goals, which I think is absolute nonsense. If there's a player to blame, it's the whole midfield and defensive unit, and also Henderson not pressing the ball. But Henderson had a great game otherwise, so I don't think you should single out any one individual. And John Barnes said that Naby Keita hasn't played many games since he joined, but he has been cursed with injuries. He has a future at the club, but I don't know whether it's going to be long term. Players don't think long term. They think about whether they can get into the team this season, and obviously he might think that he's down the pecking order, but he's at Liverpool and he can't go anywhere until January. Whether he has a long-term future at the club is actually up to Naby Keita. He has a contract, and if he's happy not to be playing every week, that's his choice. It's the same for every player. If they are not playing, they are unhappy, so therefore they want to go to play more regularly. But we have seen players that stay at a club for 4 or 5 years without playing regularly, so maybe Naby Keita is one of them. But if you pick your best Liverpool team, Naby Keita wouldn't be in it. But that's the thing, you have to always rotate. We are playing every 3 days from now on until like December. So Naby Keita will get a lot of opportunities. Hopefully he can stay fit, because I think if he stays fit, he will contribute with goals, with assists, and with great performances. And also Henderson, Thiago, Fabinho, they can't play every week. You have to rotate. And Jurgen Klopp said even before the Leeds game that we will rotate 100%. So I think we should just give Naby Keita a chance this season, and I think he has a great chance to actually play himself into the Liverpool starting 11, because Wijnaldum is gone. Henderson and Thiago are not very young anymore. They are both over 30 years old, so they probably can't play 3 games in a week. So Naby Keita will get chances, and it's up to him to take that. And even Jurgen Klopp confirmed that we will rotate. He said, we spoke about the schedule. This one is normal for us. 3 games in a week. Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday is a tough schedule, so you have to think about this. We came through it so far. The boys did really well, and we will make changes again. That's clear. I'm not too much in the other team's situation, but it's a good start for us. Jurgen Klopp said he doesn't focus too much on results elsewhere. He has been pleased with the good football Liverpool have showed. We have played some good football, but if you want to be around the really top spots, you have to play good football, and you cannot waste points. That's how it is. We just keep going. I'm not surprised by other teams' results. And Jurgen Klopp also provided a fitness update on Firmino, saying he's not ready yet, but he will start training next week, so he could possibly be back for next weekend's Premier League game. I don't think Firmino would have played anyway in next week's League Cup game against Norwich, but next weekend he could play. he could be available. I think we play Brentford. And Jurgen Klopp also praised Johan Matip in his press conference. He's saying, you look, I cannot help people who don't see the quality of Johan Matip. Yes, he was a bit unlucky with the injury in the past here and there, but he's an incredible player. He was always an incredible player since he joined us, so that's really good. We needed the quality. We now have 4 or 5 top class centre halves, and that's good to have and necessary. But on that position, when you only have 2, sometimes they play 10, 12, 15 games in a row. They are maybe able to do that, but if we don't have to, why should we not rotate? That's why we now have the opportunity to make some changes there, and from time to time, not always, we have to make that and hope they all stay fit. Then we will be fine in that position for sure. And yes, Virgil van Dijk could have played against AC Milan, and who knows, maybe we wouldn't have conceded those goals, but manager Klopp said he wants to be sensible in these moments. Van Dijk could have played, definitely, but we have to be sensible. Van Dijk is still in the extended preseason phase. He had a very long injury, just like Gomez and Matip, so it's good to ease him back. I was actually surprised that Gomez played with Matip. I thought Matip would be rested and Van Dijk would play with Gomez or Konate, but the quality these boys have is incredible. Now we have to make sure we have always a proper centre-back pairing on the pitch. For the AC Milan game it worked really well, but it will not be that, I know. Now always do exactly that and say, okay, Virgil is not ready to play for that. But I think we are early in the season, it was the right thing to do. So now I expect Virgil van Dijk to play on the weekend, possibly with Matip or maybe with Gomez, and then the other 2 will play the League Cup game against Norwich. And I think this Matip-Van Dijk partnership works like a charm. Let's hope that Matip can stay fit, because he is an incredibly good centre-back. Going forward, he will have a big part to play if he can stay fit. So really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.